I'm at Obet&Dels Coffee, and it is divine. I got an oat milk latte, and the coffee is very nice and strong, very beautiful. And they serve ube oat milk. Is it oat milk? I'm not sure, but I'm going to pour it in my latte. I wanted to taste it. It's so sweet and so good. All right, let me mix it. You could just mix it with it here. I'm so excited. And I got a shot of vanilla bean. They do it right here. It's very good. This is pretty much across the street from the vegan sushi that I had yesterday. Very good. Such good quality around here. Anyways. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm working with Moto Shears, and I'm going to be cutting the homeless. I've spent a lot of time on the streets recently, and just such divine people, really. Very, very nice people. And what do they need? You know, they don't mind sleeping anywhere, and they look for a shower at a friend's house. That's what I noticed. You know, that's their first move that they tell me. They say, yeah, I'm gonna go to, homegirl's house and shower. And then, they're back doing their thing. Very cool. And like I said, at the hotels I stay at, I give them toiletries and such, and it's important to bring them food. If you have it. Yes, indeed. But I really like LA. It's been really sweet to me. New people. Obet&Dels. Very, very nice here. Very. I don't want to say her name wrong. Sade. She helped me. Beautiful hair. And that's all, really. Yeah, so I'm going to be cutting hair, spreading information about the mind of homelessness and drugs. And as I only smoke cannabis and drink alcohol here and there, I was able to open and study the same quadrants of the brain used. Let's just say this. The same jealousy chambers that one would have while consuming alcohol. So for example, if somebody at the club, they drink and they just become very jealous, and you almost see quote unquote true colors. That same chamber, when psychoactive with drugs in the psychosomatic part of the mind, which most homeless people that you see on the streets, it is the same receptor that tells their body pheromonically, which is more minuscule than a heartbeat, for example, or histamines. It would be the closest to a histamine reactor, so very, very minute. Emollients. So it is the same sector that tells a homeless person to not take a shower, but they know that when they're in the shower, that it's going to be the best feeling of their life. And this reactor, actually, this is in the savant quadrants, and this is why people do drugs. This is because the drugs themselves actually have little to do with the emollients or the idea of them having the best shower of their life. They're actually stimming. They have the best feeling, and those that do not, those that tend to get jealous when they drink, they have the opposing essence. So they would have to do what I did and hit my head and really bring forward that psychotic essence. And for myself, after having a stroke, I was able to reprogram this by doing the same thing as a drug addict does, and that's hopping in a shower or smoking cannabis or having my favorite cup of coffee. And that's moment by moment. And there are things and feelings which are actually sensations that push you away from your favorite things. Tell you not to. Let me give you a little example, actually. If you're going to someone's page and you like their essence, maybe you want their attention or something like that, or want to be friends, it is not the friend essence. They will come to you and they will notice. When you go to their page, don't like all of their most recent posts. That's not emollients. The most emollients thing you can do for yourself, and maybe a moment of appreciation of both of your essences, is going to their page and actually liking the photos that you really, really enjoy. For example, if you're going to a jewelry page or a friends of a friends or friends, look closely at something that you would actually wear yourself. And if it's nothing, do not, and come back to it. That's as simple as it gets. And this is all the same kinetic chain that we break through. And this allows you to enjoy every moment in life. I know other people struggle than most, and I've seen it firsthand. And I'm going to be honest, the happiest people that I've encountered that are more like me are homeless people. They're just down to chill, down to sleep anywhere. I'm down to sleep on a beach, I like adventure, and I love what I love, really. And I like good shit, okay? I like the best of the best. And my emollients and my journey has allowed me to make the best of the best, or emolliently, I could have instant coffee, and that's quite delightful. I do, actually, with tea. Making everything less mundane and really appreciating what you have. For example, in your own fridge, if your fridge has anything in it, you can make something good. And I'll make another video on sustainability, but that is also something that is an emollient factor to this whole process. Let me give you another example of emollients, and then I'll enjoy my coffee and such. Well, I am enjoying, you see. Let's say you have $10, okay, and you only have $10. The idea of romance comes to mind. being romantic with your $10. How romantic can you be and not forcing it at all? The romance would be, what do you want most in the moment? A coffee that costs, how much was this? I think $7. This was $7. And you only have 10. You're getting that coffee. And it's not splurging. Splurging is a mid-section of this essence. It's the idea of divine angels, you see. For example, if you find a penny and pick it up for the rest of the day, you'll have good luck, okay? Same sort of essence, that moment that you pick up a penny, your eyes light up, and you're taking yourself on a date. And my goal with Soulmate, which is not a goal, it's just who I am from this emulant study, is if I can take myself on a date, moment to moment, when I take Soulmate on a date, it's not even a date unless I say it. It's always a date. Every moment's a date. And it's romance, really, that I look at in all. What kind of love do you have for yourself that you can share with others? But it's important to be romantic with yourself first. Play the violin, or the piano for yourself, and sing, and love the harmony. The own beat of your heart is actually a bass drum. When pheromonically, which is the most minuscule aspect of this essence of a beating heart, you have a whole symphony inside of you, you see. And the pheromones, pheromonic, histamine reactors, all of these things are all different essences that play into the movement of your inner soul. So if you seem lost or if you feel lost, this is it. These are the nostalgic chambers, and people tend to look for the things that they've done in the past to light their soul up, maybe when they were a child, but the essence is to try the things that you've always wanted to do, and creating the same nostalgic bond chamber now in life. The best moments were not when you were young, they are now. Very, very cute, very important, very romantic. Very romantic. And this is divine. It's so good. I made a good choice. Yeah. Okay, something else came to me. Oh, I have to sneeze. Pardon me. That's histamine receptors. So that actually has nothing to do with what's going in my nose. It actually has more to do with the fact that I'm enjoying something that I really love. That's something that I'll explain later. I love the fashion here in Hollywood. It's really... And as now I make eye contact with a man with very, very short shorts. And they're beautiful. Okay, what is this essence? If you see somebody driving in a car and you think it's somebody that you might know and don't want to run into necessarily, you'll get a tiny stomach drop through this emulance of being romantic with yourself, I was able to recalibrate that essence into the utmost pleasure and joy. And knowing that I have the confidence, one, I have no enemies, and two, every conversation would be a pleasant conversation. But the enulant part about it is that they have nothing to do with you. But you can't help when you turn and look and you have that feeling. But that is a way, that is the essence of self-healing. You're actually recalibrating sensations that you're having. So that overwhelming, if you really look at the texture of it, it's hitting you like this, like a big globular vortex, excuse me. And so, yes, when you just choose things that you really love, or a really good song, and now I am the essence of stimming. That is what I encounter. So I encounter more pleasure than everyone else, much like, the essence of the savant and the savant chambers. I've recalibrated this essence into pleasure by choosing something that I love every single day, every moment, you see. And as much as that stings, it's a full body sensation when it's redistributed. Very, very cool. And I know everybody goes through that, especially in LA. It seems to be quite tight-knit. You could see anyone anywhere, and, they either exist to you or they don't. And the key to all of this is that they actually don't exist to you. That same person in a car could walk into a coffee shop and, the sensation of ignoring somebody is actually not necessary when you know that it is only you that exists. And just the knowingness is ability to move these sensations away. I would give this information to anyone with social anxiety, is that nobody actually exists around you. Yes, they're only a prism. But anyways, in short, enjoy everything and make sure you absolutely love it. And try something new. Try something new everywhere you go. Okay, for example, food. If you aren't hungry, don't eat until you walk by or find or are really inspired by something that you want to eat. Very simple. And don't plan. Don't plan. If you and your spouse or lover or anything have an issue with finding a place to eat or finding food anywhere, then be romantic. Walk down the street and the most beautiful or romantic feeling spot, go there. If the lights look dreamy or the light, the sign shines brighter, or it's a bit of a mystery to you, do that. Yeah, go there. And when you order, if you have a hard time ordering, don't look at the price. Emulance comes from a psychic quarters, which is also redistributed, but find the prettiest thing, the name that sticks out to you, or just the essence. It's as simple as looking at a car that you really, really want, but it's in a weird color. Don't get the weird color. Don't settle for the weird color. And also, the whole car in general might be off too. Tiny nuances that people fight through every day. I find this in relationships, you know. If it doesn't feel good, even in one moment it's not right. That's where pheromones come into play, actually. Pheromonically, and I've said this in another video, if somebody doesn't smell good, or if if they're wearing their hair normal and it is peevish to you, maybe you want to fix it or something, and it's not like a sexy fix, then it's not it. It's very simple. And you might be like, wow, that's sounds crazy, but everyone has a soulmate. And a soulmate is actually your same kinetics. They've been through the same essence of pain and torture as you, in a different way. And pheromonically, when you choose Enulence and you know that you have somebody out there for you, they're gonna come right to you in the craziest way possible. Super cool. Love. Okay, I'm gonna make another video. Probably talk about something else, but I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'll get back to you. Look at that.